Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at Anonymous Reality T. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 21. And I don't know what the welly I just watched, what the welly Anse I just watched, y'all. I feel like I'm in a dream. I feel like it's April Fool's. I feel like I time traveled. I feel like I'm watching a different show. I feel like I'm watching a different network, because what I just witnessed for the last hour was not real. What I witnessed for the last hour was not real. Did production, did they, did somebody sell them like the craziest of the crazy? Like is everybody, HIGH on their own supply? What is going on? What is going on? Are some people wasted? Like what is happening that y'all decided to put out this episode tonight? It's turned into Swirl Nation, Swirl Island, the Nick Alandria shippers. Y'all did y'all big one. But see, this is my problem with how big Love Island has gotten, y'all. Because now, if you can go viral with your biggest delusions, y'all, now production will feed into it. No. So, we start off, we recap with the dumpings, right? The girls are falling apart. Shelly is inconsolable. Then we get to the villa. Ace and Taylor, Ace the hardware store, he's beside himself. He's got his hat to the side like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He is beside himself, y'all. He is crying as if Nick, if they just had to pull the plug. They just pulled the plug on Nick, and Nick is unalive, y'all. That is how Ace and Taylor are acting. They are acting like they just found out time of death. It is over. We got to plan the funeral now. Let's talk about our memories and everything else. And it's like, well, what are we doing? What are we doing, y'all? And so then Ace has a conversation with Coco about thank you for letting me, process this and everything else. We have Jaden having a conversation with Austin. Austin's like, thank you for saving me for the 50-11 time when you should have been gone weeks ago. And then I peeped Austin telling Jaden, oh yeah, I haven't had a connection this whole time till now. So you've been lying in Shelly's face, and we know, of course, you've been lying in Amaya's face, but this is what I'm talking about. Y'all want to pick and choose who y'all want to have connections in the villa, and then y'all want to keep these people who don't like any of the couples that they're in, and they're giving us absolutely nothing. Make it make sense? Then we got Taylor and Clark in the speakeasy, y'all, and Taylor is wide open, y'all. Taylor is wide open. I have never seen this much affection and eye contact compared to Alandria, and he is wide open. He's already kissing Clark outside of the challenges, and this is kiss number 1, y'all. Kiss number 1. Then we go back I think the girls were just too depressed for Casa Amor, so we didn't even get that much of a night debriefing other than the girls getting ready for bed and everything else. Like nothing happened over there. So we then fast forward to Nick and Alandria, y'all. And I was still holding out a little bit of hope of a Jeremiah sighting, because y'all know, y'all saw my post on the Tickety Talk that the petition is getting closer to 100K signatures for Jeremiah, right? And so my thing is, they leave, they get a text message that, they're about to go on a date and see what's up. And I was like, isn't this what people manifested? That the favorite girl and boy will go on a date, which has never happened, by the way, on Love Island. And they're going to go on a date. And I'm like, this is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. Please tell me y'all are not playing into the Wattpad delusions, fanfiction.net for y'all old school people. Like what is happening? Nick and Alandria, they go on this date. Nick is spilling the tea to Alandria, letting her know that Taylor's not the man for you. He's all into Clark. They have all this physical chemistry. It was hard for Alandria to hear, but she is still into Lulu. In the beach hut confessionals, she is still to Lulu. She still thinks Taylor is her man, her man, her man. Somebody needs to snap Alandria out of it, or she's going to be dumped twice. You heard it here first. She's going to be dumped twice if she does not snap out of this. So, nonetheless, then Alandria spilling tea about Casa Amor in particular is, spilling that Sierra has a Nick clone for a connection, and spilling that Shelly is with a man who is basically 6'8" and is way taller than Ace and everything else, and is treating her right and everything else. So they're spilling tea, right? Now, here's where things go wrong, right? So they gave a text message to Nick and Alandria, and they're like, listen, looky here. I hope you all enjoyed y'all date. Y'all can decide if y'all want to be single and be done with the show right now, or y'all could choose to couple up. So they decide to couple up or whatever else, and then here comes Nick. I always had a thing for you. I always thought you were beautiful. In the G-Wagon on the way there, how could I, do this without my queen? And I'm like, no! Stop it! Stop the shenanigans right now. Stop it. You're saying all of the keywords that Swirl Nation loves, and I'm just not here for it. So here's where production went wrong, though, because I think what they should have did is they should have had either Nick and Alandria in the hideaway for however long, or they should have had them off campus somewhere at a hotel for a couple of days. They should have had them away somewhere, so they should have brought them back at the Casa recoupling. They brought them back too soon for them to just go back to the villa and for them to just basically change clothes and get ready for bed and go into the bed while everybody else is sleeping. No. So Alandria sees right then and there Taylor's cuddled up with Clark in the middle of the night. Sees it right there, right front and center. But my thing is, if y'all had a real connection, y'all could have explored this for a couple of days to see if this is gonna work or not. And then y'all do y'all big reveal at the Casa recoupling and see what's about to go down. How is all of this about to work, right? Because that's where the ratings come in. Everybody wants to see how Casa gets down. So nonetheless, they come back in the middle of the night. The next day comes in and Nick greets everybody. Everybody's freaking out because they just mourned him like he died the night before. And so they all rush to jump in the bed and hug him, y'all. Ace is trying to figure out his calculations. And why does Taylor, he sees Alandria, y'all. Why does he still jump in the bed to hug Nick first? The same bed that Nick and Alandria are sharing. And then he gives her like a side hug after the fact. No. And I'm thinking to myself, Alandria, wake this up. And then he gets up and spins Nick around, you guys. Like Nick is his long lost lover, y'all. And I'm thinking to myself, what is going on in this episode? What the welly, Anse? This is overproduced. This is scripted. This is a hot bleeping mess. Make it stop, right? Alandria then is meeting all the girls. She talks to them in the dressing room and, she's like, listen, looky here, make sure you explore all of your connections because you never know what day it could be your last. And I'm thinking to myself, Alandria, look in the mirror. That first dumping was your warning that you did not want to get to know other people. You were stuck on Taylor and you are still stuck on Taylor. Make it make sense. So Taylor is afraid to talk to Alandria, y'all, but he has no problem pulling Clark for a chat and everything else. Alandria and Nick are having a debrief. Nick is spilling tea to the guys about what's going on at Casa, and he is very happy to tell Ace that Shelly is in a couple with a man who is 6'8". See, this is the piece that I did not want to happen. I did not want them to spill tea about what was going on at Casa. I wanted them to be an element of surprise, and this is the piece as to why I felt it was better to delay Alandria and Nick's arrival. But now, looking back, it doesn't matter to Taylor. Taylor does not give a bleep about Nick and Alandria being in a couple. He does not care what they got going on. He does not care if they're kissing. He does not care anything because he's locked in on Clark, but for whatever reason, doesn't have the balls to just tell Alandria he's no longer feeling it. He's no longer interested, right? So they have a conversation, and Alandria's looking stone-faced, and for some reason, Nick and Ace thought that Alandria was going to cuss him out and do all the hand signals and everything else and be an angry black woman, and that wasn't going to happen, right? She had her composure, everything else. She even shed a tear. Why is Taylor lying in Alandria's face talking about, I want to explore the both of you? No, you don't. Because you're wide open. You are wide open for Clark, and you are closed off for Alandria. Your body language is literally night and day. But he's trying to keep his options open for the 100K. And I'm here to tell you, Taylor, you're not getting the 100K. It is not going to happen. And I need somebody to snap Alandria out of this, that this isn't it. So Alandria and Nick have a conversation. Nick is still trying to tell Alandria that, you know, he's feeling her, he's interested in her and everything else. He still wants to be considerate of Sierra or whatever else. Nobody cares, Nick. You're for the streets. I will kudos to Nick because he's hyping Alandria up, though, in the confessionals and telling her how beautiful she is and how he always picked her to kiss into the challenges and she never knew why and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So then they get a text message that now it is time to play the Casa games, right? The games for the Villa versus Casa Amor. And I was like, thank goodness, because this whole Casa time has been nothing but depression. It's been nothing but depression. It's been tears. It's been people having to be out of their comfort zone to try to hurry up and graft. I think Amaya and Zach with a K had a conversation, but nonetheless, you know, and then the girls are trying to hype up Shelly and Chris and everything else. Shelly's still upset that Alandria is eliminated. Little does she know she is about to walk into a firestorm. Little does Sierra know her friend, her BFF, is on to her man. Like this is all a hot mess. So everybody gets ready for the big game. So this is where, you know, you have the Villa versus Casa Amor. You kiss the shortest person, kiss the tallest person. Okay, the person who lives in California, you kiss the person who lives in North Carolina. Whoever lives the closest together, kiss each other. And then you all just kiss each other at the end. Ace, I don't know what he was doing. He was trying to direct things and his directions were not making any sense. Like he was trying to direct this like this was a movie, like this was a scene that we needed to set up for a show. No. Just get to work if you have a romantic connection and kiss. You don't need to do all the theatrics. And the girls, though, at Casa Amor, Huda, the alleged stripper, was doing all types of moves. Well, actually, let me take that back. Most of her moves were kind of like, and then she did something with her necklace that for some reason Chris was impressed by. But then Sierra put all the stops. She's up here licking Elon's chest and everything else. Because there was one, whoever has the longest hair, and that was Elon. And so, of course, Alandria's throwing that in Nick's face that, oh, he has long, luscious curls. He looks like you, and he's a pretty boy. And da-da-da-da-da. Except for Sierra does not see that. Sierra is stuck on Nick, who is for everybody. For every single body, y'all. So nonetheless, you know, that happens. Then they have one, okay, kiss the tallest islander, right? So that would be Austin in the main villa, and that would be Chris and Casa Amor, who is, of course, coupled with Shelly. So, of course, Casa Amor won that one with Shelly, and they were all going in on Ace. Like, you know Shelly's a good kisser. You know he's super tall. You know he's an ex-pro basketball player. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Just laying it on thick. And so, ultimately, the end, Casa Amor won. They're celebrating. They're happy. Elam is still trying to press Sierra after the challenge for a kiss outside of the challenge. She's still stuck on Nick. Little does she know. And I'm thinking to myself, even if Nick didn't do anything at Casa Amor, like, you already have a freebie, Sierra, because he already kissed Bella outside of a challenge. So you could already get your get back. Like, I don't understand what's happening. It sounds like this Casa, they're not sending over the iPad. They're not sending over what anybody is doing, because really, to be honest with you, nobody's doing anything. So nonetheless, you know, it's really not that exciting. That's probably why they're just ending it now, because it's like, listen, look here, like, it's been a couple days, nobody's giving, nobody's doing anything, let's go. So then we get another conversation with Taylor and Clark, y'all. And he takes her up on the dock, y'all. He takes off his shirt and lays it on the seat for her. And I'm like, he has never acted like this for Alandria. Meanwhile, Alandria is trying to plan him dinners and cook him breakfast and do all this stuff. Let me cater to you. No. Taylor is so wide open, and they have another kiss outside of the challenge. I'm like, just tell Alandria it's over. Just tell her it's over. Tell her it is done. And then, you guys, we then have the big finale of Nick and Alandria. Now, here's the thing. Nick, I can't really trust, because I feel like Nick is going to tell whatever girl wants to hear who's in front of him. So I never really know who he truly likes when it's all said and done. Like, I could totally see a situation where he goes back to Sierra when this is all said and done, that they might make her a Casa victim, and then it might be the way that they have their winning story of them getting back together, because she's so portrayed by Alandria, you know? That is her best friend, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I can see that whole setup. I can also see a setup where potentially Nick really wants to explore this thing with Alandria and ditch Sierra, and Alandria finally wakes up that Taylor is not for her, y'all. And so this is going to be very interesting, but nonetheless, Nick is feeding Alandria more compliments. They go over to Soul Ties. They're drinking wine. Nick has got a big old grin on his face, and Nick is like, I'm not Nicky Poo anymore, which is the nickname Alandria calls him. And then they share another passionate kiss outside of a challenge, something that Taylor does not want to do with Alandria, but has no problem doing it with Clark on multiple occasions, even with her in the same villa, you guys. Make it make sense, but Alandria is still calling this her man. She's one of those people who falls in love with the idea of a person. So she thinks that she is going to be Mrs. Williams, and she's going to be there out on the ranch with Taylor. And little does she know, Taylor is not, that's not going to be the future for her. She has not got it through her head that Taylor is not the one. That Taylor is not the one for her. So we'll see what happens. So the preview basically tells us we are getting the Casa recoupling. Everybody's going to come back to the villa now, and I better see fireworks, but I feel like it's going to be a letdown because there's really not going to be much drama. And they've really decreased Huda's screen time. They've decreased her shenanigans, thank goodness. But honestly, her and Austin can go. They don't need to be in the villa anymore. There's nothing developing in their connections. Pepe and his Hannah 2.0, if you blink, you missed them. You really see these people. If we didn't have the challenge of the wars of the Casa Amor versus the villa, you wouldn't have seen most of these people tonight. It would have just been all about Nick and Alandria and Sierra and Shelly and everything else. Otherwise, everybody else was a non-factor, you guys, in this episode. So there is that. That is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.